Hey everybody, it's Mari102 here, and again we're doing post-commentary here for Sonic Mania. This is part 3. Anyway, yeah, here we go. More Sonic Mania. Let's see. Again here, as I explained in the last part, it's post-commentary because, for some reason when I was recording with my friends, it just wasn't recording our voices for some reason, but yeah. Again, it's a shame, but yeah. Okay, so here, what do we got? Act 2. I really, again, music's great. We get a lot done in this video, too. We make it all the way to one of the new levels, which I won't give away, but yeah, it's really cool. And I believe that, yeah. We find this special stage, although unfortunately I don't think I succeed, but yeah. Yeah, I got hit there. How do I fuck the... Oh, right, because I think on this run I run out of time. I think that's what ends up being the problem here. Hey, excuse me. Jeez. Yeah, I just had some soda. Sorry if I burp a lot. But yeah. I don't recall if this is... I think this might be the farthest I've gotten in terms of special stages. I don't think I've beaten this one. Although I do think that I come pretty close here. It's just that, again, I kind of just run out of time. But yeah. I also kind of just struggle to keep up with it, though, so yeah. Anyway, while we're here just, you know, watching me trying to get this, I just got done watching some Defenders on Netflix. I started watching it yesterday night, and yeah, as you can see, I fucked up because of the time over. Anyway, I just watched more episodes. I made it to I finished episode 5. I would say it's really good so far. I'm really digging it. I thought it was a bit ballsy that, because I heard prior to watching it that they weren't going to meet in the first episode, and I thought, huh, that's pretty ballsy, but it makes more sense once you start watching it, I'd say. And the action's top-notch. I hope it ends really strong, because I haven't gotten to the end of it. Those little, like, Orbinaut-looking things that we just passed, I don't know if they're officially called Orbinauts, but, yeah. When the balls around them spin really fast, it doesn't hurt you, it just deflects you. And here, for some reason, this thing isn't activating, like, as you can see right here. It's supposed to spin you up at a certain point, but for some reason there it just doesn't. So, I don't know what's up with that. So, yeah. Also, these little sticks on balls on a stick weren't in the original game. Make really strange noises. Applause. Oh yeah, here we have basically kind of a different version of the slot machines that you can go into, kind of like in Casino Night Zone and Casino Street Zone. So yeah, those make a return, so that's cool. Let's see. I'm trying to remember. Oh, I remember now. I was trying to remember what the boss is, and it's actually pretty cool. We'll get to it. Yeah. Here it is. All right. So, Egg TV. I like that. That's pretty funny. We got a chicken telling us the weather. Basically, this boss. What's gonna happen here is that the chicken, as you can see, will come up and will tell you different weather. Got hit there. And basically, you gotta avoid each weather pattern in a different manner, essentially, so yeah. here you gotta for the one that's rain, basically wherever the rain clouds appear, you gotta just avoid that. And for the sun one that I just gotta stand under Eggman. Basically, you can hit Eggman whenever. You just gotta time it, because when he's going across the screen, he's higher and lower, and when he's on the lower end of his cycle, I suppose, is when you want to go ahead and strike him. Anyway, we finished that zone. Now we're going to Flying Battery, as you can see there. So yeah, Flying Battery. This is only my second playthrough of the game, and I gotta admit, I think this is honestly my least favorite zone in the game. Like, I don't know, both times that I've played this game, although admittedly, I guess this time, because as I've said, in this video, I was recording with my friends, but, and that was, we were just having a blast, recording it, but yeah, and there's a lot of fuck-ups to be had, but, I don't know, I would just say Flying Battery, is too long, and I don't know, maybe it's because I suck. I mean, and to be quite honest, I do fuck up, as you will see, so that's also part of it, although in my first playthrough, I didn't fuck up as much, and it still took me a long time. I've heard a lot of people saying that the longest level, in their opinion, was the final level, which again I won't reveal. But while it is long, I'm not denying that it is. I just feel that Flying Battery is long. Maybe it just feels longer because it's just not as interesting. Maybe what I'm feeling is that maybe they should have just chosen a different level. And now that I'm thinking about it, maybe I feel like they should have. I don't know which level. Maybe Marble Garden or something. But yeah, not that I think this is a badly designed level. I just think this is. I guess I just think this is the one that's the least interesting, design, aesthetics, all of it. It's just, to me anyway. I don't know. And yeah, as it feels long, especially when I say feels long, I should be more clear about that. I would say it's more Act 2 that feels longer, or that feels long. Act 1 isn't actually too bad in terms of length, but all my other points still stand. It's just not as interesting as the other zones. But yeah, and I mean, obviously, I think the new zones are the most interesting to me, which I feel it's a problem in and of itself that, and I die here. Yeah, I feel like you might as well have waited there, or I might as well have waited. Yeah, fuck up here again. What was I saying? Yeah, what I was getting at is that, if I recall correctly, there are 12 zones, and really, it's more old zones than new zones. And while I know that the point of this game was to have new and old stuff, basically a remake, whatever term you want to use, I'm not saying that I wanted it to be an exact even number of new and old, but I feel like it should have been more even than what it is, in terms of the difference between new and old, I think. Because the new zones I really, really love. And that's where it gets the most interesting for me. And I think partially the reason for that is because it's a result of Sega playing the nostalgia card, which I have mentioned in part 1. That they did it again. That they did it first. The first time they did it was Sonic 4 Episode 1. And, Sonic 4, both of them. Well, I'm not gonna say both of them because I haven't played Episode 2. I've only played Episode 1. But from what I've seen and what I've heard people say, it's kind of the same thing. But all right, Episode 1. In my opinion, Episode 1 was very just mediocre and average to the point where it's just like not even worth finishing. But the point is that they played the nostalgia card there, and I would say it didn't work. At least not as good as the next game I'm going to talk about, which is Generations, where that kicked ass at it, even though the classic stages really didn't do this that this game does. So I feel like this game would be more impactful to some degree or another if Generations or Sonic 4 hadn't happened. I preferably would have had Sonic 4 not happened. To be honest, to some degree, now that this game exists, I kind of would like to pretend that Sonic 4 didn't happen, just because this game does what Sonic 4 was wanting to do and then some, I would say. I think I fuck up on this special stage right here. Massively. Yep, there it is. There it is. Yeah, I need to practice at those blue sphere stages. Sorry, I had a drink of water there. Wow, I lose that immediately. And I get hit there. Alright. So we should be coming up on the bow somewhat soon. If this was Act 2, I would not be saying that because... I don't know, Act 2, in both my runs, my first playthrough and my second one, which is the run you're seeing, has taken me... I think my first run was 7 or 8 minutes, and this one does take me 9. I don't know. And I feel like it's... I noticed it more, and it's not as interesting, because, like, compared to... Oh, yeah, here we go. This is kind of reminiscent of the other laser bosses that they did in Sonic 2 and 3. Although this one, again, kind of mixes it up, which is cool. But it's sucking up the trash, and you have to use that to hit him, basically. It's pretty cool. All you gotta do is basically, whenever he summons that Orbinaut-esque thing, you just gotta jump up, hit it, and use that momentum to jump up and hit it. Or you can wait for the trash to clump up there at the bottom and then just jump at him when he isn't have electricity running through him. Excuse me, and hit it that way. But yeah. And we beat Act 1 of Flying Battery. Jeez. Need some water. More water. Right. Here we begin the marathon. Yeah, this level kind of takes me a bit. Again, you could call it because I suck, but, you know, whatever. Tried my best. I feel like even if you're going as fast as you can, which is kind of the point of a Sonic game, No, it is the point of a Sonic game. I feel that it would still take at least 7 or 6 minutes, this level, to be honest. Because I feel like this level is... No, I actually wouldn't go that far. I was about to say, I feel like this level has the biggest branching paths, but I actually don't know what I'm talking about when I come to that, to be honest. But yeah. Which is another thing that I think is truly cool, that I think they've actually had recaptured since Sonic Generations, is that they really have gotten the multiple paths things down, you know, because the original trilogy had that, and it was great, you know, because it, crap, what's the word I'm looking for? It incentivized exploration, you know, and this game, I would say, does that because, because, I would say it probably does it the best out of Sonic 4 Episode 1, because that's the one I played, Generations, and this game, because I don't know, it just feels like this game does it just awesomely, I guess. Or I guess it recaptures it the best, is I guess what I'm trying to say. Because each time that I've replayed it, you know, I know that at the very least there's an option to taking an alternate path, or I have taken an alternate path, you know, so, which is very cool. I just think that's great, because exploration is awesome. Or, it's awesome to, do that. In a game like this where, like, it helps out replayability is what I'm trying to say. Jeez, can't talk. Here I just can't do it. Yes, for some reason. There we go. Oh yeah, here I die too because I get hit by the chickens and I just can't. I get hit by the chickens and I just cannot time the jumping on the chickens for some reason. Yeah, I see. I decide not to go there. Yeah, look at that. It's terrible. There, yep, there it is. There's the death. Alright, so... I've been wondering what exactly that blue ring does, and from what I can tell, it just seems like it doubles your rings somehow. I don't know exactly what that helps, other than giving you more, sorry if you heard that, I kind of hit the mic there a bit. Yeah, see, it just makes those big rings that give you a certain amount of rings, but other than that, I don't know what it does, other than just give you more health. Because I feel like it just seems like there should be more, and I could be wrong about that, but yeah. Anyway, we have a bit of a creative thing going on here, moving on with the handles. They didn't get that creative with the design in the original game. That's another thing that I think is really cool about this game. Obviously being released in a much newer generation than the other games. It's really cool to see Sonic's animations. They're so smooth and they're so beautifully done that they're just great to watch. And wow, I'm getting hit a lot here. I'm waiting for past me here to get to a part where I really just sucked balls at. It's involving these things right here. These things I was sucking at. Timing. And my friends just couldn't take it in the recording that got fucked up, which again sucks that happened, but shit happens. I need to stop reiterating that. Anyway, by the way, in these areas right here where there's trash, you can just stand there and fall down and it'll take you to an alternate pathway, which is cool. So there you go. Pretty cool. I didn't know until I played this part that if you jump in the windows like that, they just blow you back. I had no idea that happened. Oh, is it here? Yeah, here I get stuck for a while and my friends were making fun of me. I feel like this is tricky enough to time on its own. But as you'll see here in a moment after I pass it, Tails I feel like is the one that really was screwing me up here with the timing. Yeah, I linger here quite a bit, to be honest. Yeah, I'm not proud of it, but yeah. Come on, past me, you can do it. Come on. What am I doing? Since you're supposed to go down, boy. There you go. Yeah, because I think Tails was on the opposite side of the pole. It was kind of fucking up my timing, I think. And yep, back I go. Come on, past me. Wow, I linger here for a good minute or two. Probably almost 3. I would edit this out, but nah. if I had the original recording, I definitely wouldn't have edited this out. Jeez, I can't talk. Come on, pass me. You're almost there. Yeah, I was like trying to handle it. Sorry, I hit the mic there again if you heard that on accident. There you go. Kind of. Nope. Nope. Yep, almost 3 minutes here. Just great. Come on. Man, this is fun watching myself pass me fail. And by fun, I mean extremely excruciating. The entire time in the original recording of this, my friend Chris was like, "You should do it now." He was like kind of jokingly trying to help me, I guess, with the timing. There you go. Like here, this is what I meant. Here, like Sonic. Tails isn't with me on the other side like he was, and there it's like easier for me to time it. I think Tails was just fucking up my perception or something, and wasn't, helping me time it well. As you can see, I almost wasted 10 minutes here, and as you classic Sonic fans may know, that's a time over. I do not get a time over. I come close, though. I don't recall how close. I do get to 9 minutes, and I think it's 9 minutes and almost 30 seconds, to be honest. But I do not recall if that's the exact number. We'll see here in a minute. I do think this boss that's coming up, though, for this act is really creative, though. It gave me a bit of trouble my first try in terms of figuring it out, and then once I figured it out, trying to do it right. But yeah. Yeah, I think if I didn't linger 3 minutes there, then I probably would be just only like 6 minutes or something. Yeah, here we go. This mecha spider thingamajig. So what you gotta do here is basically the spinny thing, which is apparently my worst enemy. You gotta time it and hit him like that. At the right time, basically. Yeah, you just gotta basically hit him into the spikes. You can hit him just by jumping into him, and wow, I fucked up there. But it's much more tricky, and I think you gotta hit it at a very specific angle. I'm not exactly sure about which angle that is, but yeah. But basically, I recommend hitting him just so you can keep him down, so that way, once the pulp does show up, he's like going up, so that way it's easier for you to hit him. It probably made no sense, but as you can see right here, I didn't hit him enough, and now he's too high for me to hit him. So that's why it's a good idea to keep hitting him, so he's lowered basically, so you can hit him. But yeah. Anyway, like I said, as you can look at the timer there, it's getting pretty close to that time over. And, do it just in the nick of time. You also gotta time it right. Like, you can't hit him consecutively. You kind of have to take a breather for a little bit. I don't know how long exactly, but you do have to just take a second. I think... Nope, that's not the final hit. I think it's 1 or 2 more hits from here. Yeah, like I said, this boss took me a bit to figure out, but once... Yep, there it is. Yeah, see, 9 minutes and 30 seconds. I was 30 seconds away from a time over. I was actually totally expecting me to get a time over when I was actually playing this with my friends, and I was trying to do it. But I didn't. Anyway, we're coming up on the end here, so this has been Daniel. Feel free to like and subscribe. Thank you very much.